Metro booming, want some more, nigga. Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why do you nigga capping so hard? Why you got a 12-car garage?
For real.
What's good is another week of One Pinfall Podcast. I am Ricky.
For real.
For real. It's Daniel. We got Daniel here. We got John on the boards. John was good.
What up, y'all?
Here for another week of bunch of bullshit, you know what I mean? Wrestling and bullshit. We here to bitch about everything that we watched anyway.
Let's wrestle and bullshit.
Oh man, it was a decent week. Wasn't too horrible.
Better than the week before.
Yeah,
that had a pay-per-view in it.
I was gonna say we weren't coming off of a shit fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah, we already got let down by WrestleMania.
I don't know. So, what do you want to start off with this week? I'm gonna let you guide this rocket ship here.
Should we start with the best thing that happened this week, which was NXT?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
Kind of work backwards. Wednesday, Tuesday.
Let me get
Monday.
my magic notebook and switch to my NXT notes.
I said it to Ricky before when we were driving here. I'm looking more forward to NXT TakeOver than WrestleMania this year already.
I mean, it's pretty common knowledge to everybody that these takeover events are starting to overshadow the WWE events themselves. Which I wonder. So if your 9/11 conspiracy style story where Vince purposely
attacked SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I want to know if he's gonna do that to NXT, because if these pay-per-views are getting bigger than WWE ones, you know what I mean?
That's a good thing, because I'm surprised, because maybe Vince still doesn't see it as a threat, even though I think it's the biggest. It's an in-house threat to them that could be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm not even going to bother watching Raw and SmackDown.
I'm just going to start.
Give me 2 hours of NXT.
For real.
Already, I'd rather take an hour away from both shows and give it to them, and let them have the 3-hour shit.
Was good, Brian. Was good. First, right off the bat, that fucking AOP match. Yeah. We were trying not to have a full conversation about this shit in the car. It's hard. Right? It's hard trying to save shit for the fucking podcast.
I like the new. I know they're going to be wrestling wherever they are, but I like the entrance. How it's like a stage and then they walk down steps instead of like a ramp. I mean, I like the ramp more, but it's nice to have something different.
It works for some people's entrances. Oh, yeah. It doesn't work for others.
Yeah. Well, we could talk about Aleister. I like Aleister Black coming out from the ramp. Okay. We'll talk about that.
Right. But, dude, we were talking about that violent-ass powerbomb.
That was sick. From
inside the ring to the outside apron, which was brutal as fuck.
Yeah, who took it? Was it Thorne?
I can't even remember. Yeah, I've never really paid attention to TM61.
I like them. They were a good tag team and everything. Last year they were very hot.
And they were out for a while, though, right?
Yeah. Okay. One of them, I think, was injured or something like that. Kind of like the Revival. Like, one got injured, then I think the other one had, like, a baby or something, and his wife was sick after. I'm not really too sure.
He had a baby injury?
Yeah. Well, something, like, she couldn't, like, postpartum, I think she had and shit like that. Tough shit. I don't mean tough
real
shit, but that's
shit.
Tough shit to deal with.
No, we know you weren't belittling.
No.
Fucking pregnant women!
Right? But I mean, like, I like TM61, but Authors of Pain. I'm wondering, like, are they going to repeat?
No, I'm thinking, and I'm probably going to be wrong. I'm always fucking wrong. But I'm thinking that they wind up losing in the end, and then they come up after main roster after WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, I think they're on that Monday after. I think the bar is building up right now where it's like, we can beat everyone. We are the bar. And it's like, well, if you fought Luke Gallows and Anderson, maybe, they'd be a good match. But we'll see what happens. But I also agree. Like, I think the Authors of Pain will be in it at the end.
You know what I want to see?
Then they'll come up.
I want to see Authors of Pain in Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, I think they're going to be on 2 different shows, man.
I know.
Which sucks.
But still, like...
But, I mean, it'd be nice to finally see the Bludgeon Brothers have a match that matters.
Exactly.
I mean, they can do that on SmackDown anyways, Maybe throw the Usos at them or New Day.
But that's the thing. Do you think it's... With the way that they
Are we jumping to SmackDown?
Yeah.
No, let's not.
Let's not do this.
This match was. I mean, the double moves, the double team moves that both teams did. I was just like, this is why I love tag teams. I love it when teams like work well together. That's why a bunch of them in New Japan, they all work well together because they flow together and everything like that. Like the power bomb neck breaker that they do.
Right.
I like that move better than the Irish the like kick or whatever they do, the Irish leg whip or something. I forget what it's really called.
The Russian leg sweep.
Here we go. And then he does the forearm. Yeah.
Was it the final chapter or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's what that's called. I like the power bomb better.
Something to do with the book.
I also love when they do the double power bomb like against each other.
They don't really do that much anymore.
No, they only do it for special occasions like an NXT takeover, any house show or regular NXT event. They won't.
It's like they're cheersing each other.
Yeah,
I like that.
Exactly. And I got so pissed though when I was watching this because they kept showing things of WrestleMania and NXT takeover, and I'm just like, when's it gonna be my fucking turn to get NXT up here for like a NXT takeover Boston? Never. We never will. Not for WrestleMania. I don't care. But Royal Rumble, we can have a Rumble here.
We're not big enough for WrestleMania, right?
Oh, God, no. No, it'd have to be at Foxborough Stadium in April, which it ain't happening.
Yeah, ain't happening.
No. And we wouldn't get SummerSlam because we're not like a summer resort place or anything like that besides the Cape. But it's like, oh, no.
You better do
L.A.,
that?
Miami, all that. Yeah. Right.
SummerSlam, Wareham.
They could do Survivor Series too, but I just wish we could have NXT here more and not just like live events.
Yeah, house shows and shit.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, this tag team, I'm glad the Authors of Pain won. Sucks that TM61 is already out.
What does TM61 stand for?
Their names, Thorn and Moore.
And
Their last
61
names.
is.
I have no idea what the 61 is, to be honest. People listening, hello and help us.
TM69 is more like it.
No, I'd understand that.
I'm 7. I've been pretty impressed with Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Have you watched? Did you?
Oh
watch
yeah,
the match?
of course. That was just a job or two again, right?
Well, because I was going to ask you, Drew Renee.
I don't remember the
ring
name.
a bell
Like
or
May
anything?
Classic or anything
yeah,
like
me
that.
neither.
I can't remember.
So then that was the other thing. I was like, all right, we're down to using jobbers even on NXT.
Yeah. There's Vince. He's stat. He's stat.
Give him
we'll
the
get
jobbers.
with the women first. You want to see women wrestle? No, you don't. You want them on the outside.
Give him the jobbers.
Right?
We need the king out here talking about puppies and
Aleister
shit.
Black versus the Brooklyn Brawler next week.
But I like the hair whip thing. Like I like her aesthetic. You know what I mean? Just her entrance and shit. She's got.
I like that's a good song that she comes. I like that.
Yeah,
song.
exactly.
It has a nice beat.
She's got real potential to be entertaining on the main roster.
Yeah.
Which I think is important to look at for these talents, is because like a lot of them, i.e. Bailey, are like really good in the ring and they're able to survive on just that.
Yeah.
For
and
NXT.
they get one of these in front of them and it's like, okay. I like Sasha. I do.
I do.
I just want to give her a hug.
Oh man! But yeah, I thought that was a good match.
And what has happened with all the other women? And
Brian said SummerSlam and sandwich.
That'd be awesome.
Good stuff.
NXT,
as long as it's not fucking
Nantasket.
flooded out. NXT Nantasket indeed.
Red Barrett.
Take over fucking the mini golf course in the middle.
Oh hell yeah! but
speaking of heavy machinery, that promo was fucking awesome.
I love that. That was hilarious.
Beef, meat.
You got the beef and I got the meat. Together we're beef.
The dude just
what?
So these guys, I don't even know how to fucking explain them, but like they're just. It's like someone gave dudes on steroids a bunch of meth and then made them like construction themed for some reason. They're called heavy machinery. And like their entrance is just the sounds of trucks backing up.
I thought they were coming
shit.
out and I was like, oh nice, and then it's like, oh, it's just a quick promo.
But like one of them is tall and jacked. He's not really tall, but he's big. And then the other guy is jacked, but he's like perfectly round.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they're one of the more entertaining tag teams.
And that was it took 30 seconds and it was hilarious. I thought it was great.
Yeah. And it added to it, like me and you were saying in the car. These vignettes are almost Attitude Era-esque,
exactly.
where like they're bringing back the comedy. It's okay to be funny again.
Yeah, exactly. Even Sanity, their little vignette there, where they were like trying to be dark and like everything burns, and it's just like, oh no.
Brian had the best Plymouth Plantation. You imagine that? Plymouth Plantation wrestling.
Right, that's Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt next week. Plymouth Plantation.
The Plantation
pole match. We'll put a pole somewhere, and you gotta get up there.
Yes. There's a butter.
Vanguard won.
There's a butter churn up there or something.
Yeah, right. It's Sister Abigail's life. Take it back, Bray. I have it.
Yeah, these vignettes are definitely. I feel like the use of comedy in wrestling like comes up and down in waves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I feel like the Ruthless Aggression era brought some of that back with like Edge and Christian.
Ruthless Aggression. Whenever I hear that, I see John Cena saying it because he was like one of the first ones, and I'm just like, stupid.
But like I was watching Table of Three last night with it was Team Credgley. It was them and Mick Foley.
Yep.
And they were really talking about how they were like one of the first ones to really bring good humor in.
Oh
like,
yeah, you think you know me?
Yeah,
you think you know?
My wife was cracking up at that shit, and she had never seen any of that stuff.
Yeah.
How like one thing I had never noticed is how like every month their sunglasses got bigger and more ridiculous. You know what I mean?
It was just great, and it was stupid sometimes, but it was just like it's still funny as hell.
That's why Mickey.
It's a shame.
They kept calling him Mickey.
Yeah,
Mickey, get the soda.
Mickey, get the soda.
Oh, good stuff. But yeah, I feel like Heavy Machinery is that like. Because it's like they were saying, you're funny outside, but then you know how to either bring the heat if you're a heel or bring the beat down if you're a face, and get people to take you seriously.
I also
in the
like
ring
it too,
as well.
like how it's their characters. They're like building kind of characters. Even the Street Profits. I love the Street Profits and everything. They're awesome. I love that kind of attitude and how people have like their own characters now. Even Aleister Black is a perfect example of his character and everything.
So did you read about the tag, like, was it 4-way tag match that they're going to be having?
When?
Soon. So
NXT?
Yeah, so it's going to be
AOP.
Street Profits, Heavy Machinery, Sanity, Sabatelli, and whatever that fucking dude is.
Oh, damn.
And then they're going to have Adam Cole and Pete Dunne. That's what I read.
Oh yeah, I saw the Pete Dunne and Adam Cole for next week.
Yeah,
that might be a sick match.
Yeah, I could see them drawing out a pretty brutal match between the two of them.
Yeah, it's for the UK title, right? I don't know if they said it.
I don't know if it's
for the UK title. Obviously, Dunn's gonna win. But,
yeah, right.
And I like both of those guys, so I don't mind as long as they put on a good match.
I love my PD. Yeah. I love my PD Dunne. Yeah. I don't want to see him lose.
Love that proper attitude he had on that.
And I was telling Dan, I laughed so hard when Adam Cole starts talking shit. And he turns to me, he's like, "What are you talking for?" You
haven't done anything here either.
You haven't won anything since you got here.
Just the face Adam Cole's like, some bitch, you rat.
William
we
Regal.
have a problem here, gentlemen.
Regal came out with this vampire looking ass.
Man. Such a man.
Dude, there's one of the original series collections on the network, and it's all just weird vignettes and promos.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of them are William Regal's, like, just him in, like, a pair of blue jeans and a t-shirt, like, in a fucking backhoe or something. Yeah.
Cutting trees and everything. Yeah. That was his man's man phase.
I was like,
the real man.
It was basically, it was a bunch of, like, him. Who was the all-white guy who looked like he was ripping off The Undertaker?
Mordecai.
Yep. It was a Mordecai promo. A lot of Goldust promos, early Goldust promos.
Goldust. I love my Goldust.
But anyways, they're going to have Lacey Evans versus Dakota Kai next week, which should be pretty good. Have you ever watched Dakota Kai wrestle?
No, I haven't.
She was in the Mae Young Classic. I've watched a bunch of dark matches. She
didn't go too far in there with them.
I don't think she made it past her initial.
Can you do that again? That was great.
Yeah.
Thinking of something fun.
Write a novel, Brian?
Yeah. Huh? Friends become enemies, enemies become friends.
200 pages?
Plot to the climax? I'm sure you're doing well.
But I've watched a bunch of Dakota Kai's dark matches because they've had her with NXT
Has
for a while.
Has Lacey wrestled since she got
a couple times.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen her either. Because that's, what's her name's girlfriend, right? Gargano?
No.
I thought in real life.
Was it Lacey Chabet? No. Fuck. This is going to piss me off.
No, don't let that.
Candice LeRae.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's right. That's what I
knew it was a la something.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean?
La fuck off. No.
Give me a la. Let's talk about Alistair Dane.
That was a good match, but...
Not enough time.
Yeah.
Not enough time. I know we both agree on that shit.
And even there wasn't even any huge moments in the match. I don't know if it's because of the AOP earlier. I like the match, but I don't know if it's because of the AOP earlier and the high impact kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like Black and his kicking.
It's like you said. You made a good point where I feel like they didn't give enough time to give Alistair some good offense.
Yeah, exactly.
It was basically he got his comeback.
Yeah.
Dane got the upper hand again for a minute, and then boom, fade to black.
I think it's ridiculous that I like Dane a lot, but they build him up to be this giant guy, and he's the same height as Black. He's just 150 pounds heavier and hairier.
If they knew how to use him well, though, because he's such a hybrid wrestler, such a big guy. Talking about Beer City fucking Bruiser doing shit.
Exactly. That was going to say
that War Games, Dane during War Games was fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
For once, that flush isn't warranted for what we're talking about.
I want him to get a different finishing move, though. I like that whole cross body thing. It's that's good, but it's give me something better.
Isn't the Ulster Plantation, that's his finisher? The one he was going for at the end of the match before he got kicked in the face?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's called the Ulster Plantation. I think that's his other...
See, I thought he... what is that? What does he do? I don't remember. At the end of the match, I remember he did the Vader bomb, and then the Black kicked out, and I thought he kind of just kicked up and nailed him.
No.
Oh.
He went to go do the Ulster Plantation.
Yeah, what
he got down. He got him up on the shoulders. I want to say it's a slam, a backward slam like that. I don't know.
Because I remember when he put him on the shoulders, then slammed him down on the mat. But then he went up for the Vader bomb after that, and then that's when the pin happened. I don't know, but anyways, I mean, I want a better finisher move. That's all.
And you know what? I will disagree with. I don't like Black through the ramp, Black through the side.
You don't like that?
No, I like...
you like him coming...
Yeah, I like the board.
I wish you could just hide the board better.
More smoke?
Just face... sometimes they face him side... not... I shouldn't... But they face him not right at him, but a little bit to the left or right, and you can see the back part raising a lot better than if you just have the camera this way and you just see him come straight up. Sometimes they do it, but other times when I watch it half the time I'm always I don't want to really see the board. I know he can't really lift up like that, like a vampire or anything, but it's when Undertaker raises from the ground, you don't want to see the ground and then him
you don't want to see him run out dressed in all black and hide under the ring.
Oh, the time Undertaker caught on fire was hilarious.
Sometimes you gotta catch on fire, dude. It happens. Right? So that's NXT for the week. NXT. We are
for real.
NXT.
Yeah.
We fucking are. We'll talk about Raw.
Yeah, we'll get to the...
Wasn't too horrible this week.
Well, that's because our boys were the big attraction of the Raw.
We had Ronda come out and...
You had to start it.
Yeah, well, it was the start of the show, so...
Even I had to look at highlights of it.
So... I think one of the big problems with this is I don't know if kayfabe is so destroyed from the internet or if it's because of how much I read because I do a podcast.
Yeah.
But I feel
probably that.
There's too much.
I do the same thing.
I knew about this 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
This exact match. This exact fucking match.
We really knew about it probably 3 years ago at WrestleMania 31.
Well, more like 6 months ago.
But we all thought it was going to be The Rock.
This exact lineup.
Yeah.
You could probably dig through previous shows and just add it all up. You've talked about it in pieces.
And you think Stephanie would be
podcast.
prepared for this because she looks like shit the other night. I get you're supposed to make Ronda look so strong, but that when she pulled her up by the hair and the head, I was just like, what the hell? Did you jump on a trampoline? Woo!
I feel like half of that is also Ronda being a bit.
No. Well, we don't even have to talk about Ronda's shitty mic skills. Brr, you! What? I didn't even mean to yell on that bad, but...
Jesus.
Anyone wearing headphones,
right? Watch out.
Fucking deaf.
Warning.
Put a blurb on the fucking...
Ronda...
Leveling the show is very challenging.
Yeah, right. That's going to be a tough one. Ronda is just going downhill for me, and I hate that she's popular, too, because of it.
Welcome, Crystal Ramirez.
Crystal. She wants to come on sometime.
Dude, we need guests.
She wants to talk about Randy Orton the whole time, probably.
Guess is a thing that we can do.
We'll talk about the Viper.
Yeah,
we
right.
can fucking chat
The
about
Viper.
the Viper.
It does not sting, no?
I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand. They talk to me. Sorry.
Yeah, we just had to. As long as he doesn't get the sperm thing at the WrestleMania again.
Oh my God. The
That's
snake
not
sperm.
a snake.
That was bad. That's pretty bad.
But Ronda,
But like I said, we knew about this 6 fucking months ago.
I really, really hope that Kurt and Triple H are heavily in this match more.
I think it kind of has to be that.
Oh yeah, but I figure Stephanie and her will have the figure. That will be the end of the match.
We'll get some hot tags out of them. And shit.
I think she'll pin Stephanie to end the match, something like that. But I really I can see this being the main event, to be honest with you.
Ugh.
Which I wouldn't mind because half the people are going to be like, "Well, we don't care. Fucking Roman Reigns just won."
The words of Alicia Silverstone: "Gag me with a spoon." Just quoted Clueless.
The other day,
Sorry. Asuka versus Nia. Now, there were some things I liked about this match, and then there's some things, particularly in the post promo area of this match, I fucking hated.
Oh, with Bliss afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so we'll start with the match.
Good
Again,
match.
I just feel like we're having the same match over and over again.
Yeah. I don't like the whole, she didn't tap out that whole time and everything. I'm like... That's why when I start to hate tapping out or anything like that, because it's
submission.
Tap out. It used to be you're tapping out pretty fast, or you're not tapping out.
Well,
you're getting your arm, boom.
He's calling for the moves that that they're calling out.
Yeah.
If I said specifically turned to my wife, I was like, if she was really triangling her, she would be dead right now.
Yeah.
Well,
even the armbar, she would be already screaming in pain. It's just like when Brock does the Kimura lock or whatever. I'm just like, he would literally break his arm, and the guy would be like, "Holy fuck!" So it's like, no, but I don't even mind that. But back in the day, it used to be, Bret Hart the tap out pretty fast, the sharpshooter, the crossface chicken wing. Usually they're just swinging their arm, and it's like, no, they give up.
Figure 4.
Yeah, but I'd rather Nia pass out from the move.
Crossface chicken wing. Bob Backlund, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it though.
I'm glad Asuka won, and I can see what they're building though when we talk about the backstory and everything. But
yeah,
the match I was all right with.
I'll talk post promo shit. Let's not have Nia cry. Can we not have Nia Jax cry?
That's their way of making her a baby face.
Likeable and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're switching it easily now.
So she goes face, does Alexa go with her?
No, they're going to fight. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And Alexa's going to be looking like the bad girl now.
Especially now that Alexa has healed Mickey James out of nowhere. What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Mother-daughter kind of thing
she
going
just
on
started,
here or something.
And the best part is the only thing that really... she wrestled with her once, and then the next thing you saw her, she was wearing all black.
Yeah, right.
It's like, okay.
She's with Alexa.
Okay.
I get it.
She's got all black now.
Yeah,
she looks...
I agree with Nia. Why have her cry? Just, have her open up instead of being crying.
Or even just talk about being frustrated. Yeah. She didn't even really talk or anything. She
just kept making faces. Huh?
Exactly. Right. And, I don't know. I guess
I still feel bad for Nia. I wish she could be the one to either beat us. It all depends on what happens at WrestleMania. If Charlotte and her fight at WrestleMania, and Charlotte doesn't beat her, then it's going to be Rousey. Guarantee. I'll put like $100 on it right then and there.
That's so fucked up.
I mean, Charlotte and her won't fight again, really, I don't think, if they don't fight at WrestleMania. Asuka and Charlotte, I mean. But, you know, there's plenty... We have to wait till the end of this pay-per-view, basically.
So, Brian wants to know, do we think, like, Ronda's going to be legit, true, full-time? Well, she'll be a Raw roster wrestler. So, yeah, she's a Raw roster wrestler.
And I think she'll be full. So far, she's doing it.
She's been there every Monday since, you know what I mean?
I mean, if they keep announcing her being on the next Raw, I'm going to still be cautious, because it's like, why do you have to announce it?
She should just be there.
You're going to announce every week, Seth Rollins on Raw next week.
Right.
Elias. Yeah!
I really think that this is going to be... I don't want to say I think.
I just wish I hope she works her way up.
I think it's going to be a passion for her.
Yeah.
I think MMA is
and I trust that she's going to bust her ass to try to get better and everything like that. And when she has someone in the ring that is a good wrestler, it'll be even easier.
No, Brian, I don't think they would send anyone to SmackDown for bringing her into Raw. You know what I mean? They'll
not
just
at
keep
all.
it.
No, especially with the dual brand stuff happening soon for the pay-per-views. I could see them like...
Yeah, so the pay-per-view...
occasionally having like someone on SmackDown versus someone on Raw for that pay-per-view, especially the women's division.
Yeah, exactly. I really think she's going to be... I think she's bored. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she's bored and wants something to train for, something to... And this is something that she can get good at again.
And good money.
Yeah, she's probably making
WWE has to pay her plenty of money because they know how much she's going to bring in.
Yeah. And imagine if she does get really good.
And just wait till Blazer's up there or Bowser's up there. And there's the other two in there, too? The 4 horsewomen of that? No. I thought one of them was in like a performance center kind of stuff. But I don't know if that's just helping Ronda out or something, but... Like, I could see them, like, next year's WrestleMania. I mean, they keep talking about it. Eventually there's going to be a women's main event at WrestleMania. And I can see them having the 4 horsewomen of WWE versus the 4 horsewomen of MMA or UFC.
If Bayley's still there. Boom. Quote me on it. Quote me on it.
She won't be. Even though Sasha should be the one leaving first. Forehead.
Her hairline.
They can't get her out the door.
The Bar. Poor Revival, man. Poor Revival.
You know what? They got the Vince curse. You got injured, you're fucked. Good luck.
Both of you got injured.
Exactly. You got injured, then you got better, and then you got injured, you son of a bitch. So you know what?
You're gonna do it again.
Welcome to Fandango, Breezango, whatever here. You're not gonna have matches that matter. You're gonna be segments, and it's gonna be dumb.
DX is gonna kick the shit out of you on Raw 25.
Exactly.
They talked about that on their ride along.
Oh, did they?
They were like,
oh, you told me that was boring as shit, right?
Yeah, dude, it sucked. They just want
so they're making them even worse on that too.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Were they going hard all day and night?
All day, all night. There was no flips at all, just fists.
All right,
just the fists.
All right, as long as it's fists.
No flips, just hospital trips.
Gripping that steering wheel with the fists.
We go hard. But yeah, they complained. They were like, that sucked. And then it just cuts to like DX kicking the shit out of them and like Finn coup de grace and fucking.
Yeah, well, it's just like when Luke, the Balor Club was on there, and they're just like, hey, we've only won one match. I don't think anyone likes us here.
Oh man. Yeah, I didn't watch much of this match, if I'm gonna be truthful.
Yeah. I don't blame you on that.
I hate watching the fucking Bar wrestle. They have ruined watching Sheamus and Cesaro for me.
I don't mind them still. I just wish that they'd have actual matches now instead of just being like, they're making them look so dominant, and it has to be because of the AOP coming or something like that.
I don't know about that.
Or maybe they're setting up for the Hardys coming back. Although I think they're going to...
Brother Nero.
I wonder what's going to happen. I mean, after Bray Wyatt, what's going to happen? So it's like... I mean, we're going to talk about that shortly, but...
We'll talk about your face.
Ooh.
You motherfucker. Cena defeated Goldust. This is such a filler match.
Awesome match.
I know, but such
highlight
a filler
of my
match.
night was when Goldust rubbed his hands on John Cena's chest. That is, I was like, that should be something he always does in every single match.
Corey Graves is
every
like
week.
Typical old school creepy Goldust.
Yeah, right? I was like, oh my god, that is so awesome. And
Oh, man.
I mean, I didn't think that was actually going to be a match. I thought it was just coming out.
It's nice to see them put all
Give him something,
fucking
you know,
dusted
right?
on
He can
the...
say, hey kids, look, I fought John Cena, even though his kids now are like our age.
I was gonna say,
They're like 28.
calls up his 30-year-old son. He's like, "Hey, I fought John Cena."
Who? What?
Fuck no, he's got the big head on his wall at home.
Yeah, right. Woo! Ba-ba-da-ba.
Speaking of Gold Dust, on Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, they just did an awesome one on Gold Dust.
Oh yeah.
It was sickness. You would get down with the sickness after listening to this. You might even be like, ooh, ah, ah, ah.
Yeah, he would.
Not, even though it has nothing to do with wrestling, there's a hilarious video, compilation video everyone should look up on YouTube. That's all people doing karaoke trying to do that Disturbed song and try to make the ooh ah 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 song. It's fucking amazing. It's like 32 people horribly doing the ooh ah ah song. But anyway,
Yeah, right.
bring back Gold Dust. You know what I mean? More Gold Dust.
Hell yeah. Where's Golden Truth? They never got their whole thing. Where's our truth?
Our truth is at home getting paid $5,000 a
She
fucking.
joined Titus Worldwide.
It's getting $5,000 a month. To
Mark
just
Henry
fucking sit
too.
around.
Yeah, right. What's up?
What's up?
That's how he said. He picks up the phone every time. What's up? Vince is like, still don't need you.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
You should have seen him when he had little Jimmy. No?
What else for Raw? The Bailey and Mandy Rose.
Wow.
I mean,
And then Sasha saving her at
decent.
the end.
That I
It's all
hated
setting
that.
it up.
I
It's all
hated
setting
that.
up.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
We're gonna go back to fucking old NXT matches.
That better be a pre-show on WrestleMania. That's what I'm saying.
during the kickoff.
That's the 5 o'clock episode, 5 o'clock hour match. It's like, yeah, sun's right up. Well, we have to definitely remember that they have such a strong friendship with each other.
It's been so long. It's been so long. I still love that. Why are you such a bad friend?
That was good.
Let's talk about probably the best match of the night. It is definitely the best match of the night.
Oh, Rhino versus Bray.
You motherfucker.
Well, okay, the best match.
You know what?
Instead of the best segment, we'll go best match, which is my boy.
No. Now we're going to talk about Bray and Rhino.
All right, thank you. You know what's surprising? I'm happy because of what happens afterwards. It finally happening.
Yeah.
I don't care about the fucking match.
We see the boat.
Screw it. Yep, exactly.
For people who don't know, the broken Matt Hardy. We see Vanguard won. We see the boat. We see the effigies above the graves.
You know they recorded the match today, right?
Oh, did they?
Yep. I'm like, so is it going to be at Mania or is it going to be on a Raw? I'd rather at a Raw because I can't. Like, I don't see them being like, "Hey, watch this match for 15 minutes on a big screen at WrestleMania."
Yeah, definitely.
75,000 people just. Ooh.
You think that's all they'll give it? 15 minutes?
Oh, they should give them at least 25 to 40 minutes.
I was gonna say 40.
25 is the max Vince will give it. I bet.
Yeah, I can see like a half
and that's
hour.
including like them like talking to each other at first and everything like that. But I mean, hey, I'm really intrigued on what's happening. I know it's new footage that they shot because Rebby whatever there said she did it. Or, the wife. What does he call her?
Rebby.
No, I know Queen something, isn't she? Or something?
Oh, fucking.
Like King Maxwell.
Yeah.
Senor Benjamin.
Senor
he came back
Benjamin.
on Twitter.
That's Rebby's father, right?
Yeah.
Senor Benjamin.
Yeah, and he's the manager of Broken Universe
of the compound.
But it's like I'm so excited. I want to see how bad they either ruin it,
the boat,
or how bad they let Matt in control of it because it looks good. I was surprised they actually doing a match at the compound. I was like, this will take a while because I don't think Vince believes in it, and I think this is either Vince saying, "Here's your last chance."
Well, I think that's more what it
Woo
is.
me.
Yeah, I think it's.
But I like how he's also teasing now. The W is sounding like BR. On Twitter today, Matt Hardy or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, sweet, finally. Just go to Broken.
Go
Broken. Unless you're going to lose at the compound, then you're like, now I'm broken! Ah! Like, let's see what happens. I'm very excited. I want to know when it's happening. When it's going to be shown.
I got so giddy. Like, when I saw the boat, like the boat. Like, I yelled for a boat.
I was like, oh, Ricky's going to shit his pants. You've been talking about this specifically for like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think they're listening to us.
Cut the check, WWE.
Is Brian really working for WWE? Maybe?
You a plant, Brian?
Who's listening to us that works for them? All right. I have a great wrestling character that I'd love. No.
So poor Rhino, though, right? I mean, what do you really expect?
Add him to the list of other guys that are poor whatever on Raw, especially. If you're part of a tag team, you're fucked already, unless you're the bar. The bar. And it's like, but hey, he got on TV. Woo!
Woo!
Ty Dillinger can't say that.
Perfect 10 in that bitch.
Yeah, right. At least, you get to see Rhino with his hands almost above his head.
The gore.
Yeah, right.
What happened, dude?
Yeah.
Now he's a 40-year-old woman.
That's good.
Now we can talk about Braun and Elias. Dude, Symphony of Destruction match made better by the fact that Corey Graves made a Megadeth reference every
minute, right?
2 minutes at least. So many fucking... He's like, he missed that kick. Goes up, and there was a chain of consequences for that. A train of consequences for that one. Oh, man.
I loved the opening part, especially, Elias showing his talent everywhere.
Yeah.
I specifically liked when they actually showed him playing the piano, because I was like, I bet he's not really paying that. And then it's like, oh, shit, he is. All right, fine.
Yeah.
I was like, I know people have talents, but...
Cracks me up. He's quite the musician,
right?
dude.
I liked some of the lines he was saying during that, too, and everything. I forget what he said specifically about the city, but it was just like, didn't think about that in a classy place. Not with you scumbags.
You scumbag.
I love his lines. Sometimes he gets me with his lines, and that's why I'm like, I love this guy.
It's that
I know
perfect,
he's not actually saying it, but...
It's that perfect heel shit where, like, he's over, so he, like, gets you,
Yep,
but then he doesn't really want your adoration, so he's gonna give you the
exactly.
he's gonna give you the shit line.
It's always right after he's just like, what does WWE stand for? And he's like, yeah, partying tonight. Partying with a bunch of losers. It's like,
I was disappointed that there wasn't more instruments available.
Right?
Like, I just feel like it was just like a
so
drum
many
set,
you
a
can
piano,
have a harp or something, a giant harp,
for real.
especially with Braun.
For real.
It's like, obviously, the guitar, the bass are gonna be there. It's like the drum set didn't really come into effect at all, really, like as far as like weaponry. Who's saying what?
So Dan would be fine if Elias took a shit. If Elias is on TV.
Who said that? Crystal?
No, Brian.
Oh, I wouldn't. No.
Dan would probably
as long as
give
I don't
Elias
have to
a handy.
see him like I just want to see like dropping from the seat or something. Maybe that'd be cool.
Cut a hole in the stool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But he has to be playing too and singing a song about it. That's what I think of this town.
I'm trying to, like, in that moment I laughed so hard because I'm trying to think of my own experience playing music, and I've never like sat on the toilet and played an instrument before, so I'm wondering if it would be like
comfort at its best.
If it would be too distracting, like
never done
playing
that
an
before?
instrument. No, I've never sat on
Really?
the toilet with an instrument.
It's just...
Please, John, give us your insight.
It's just cumbersome depending on the size of your bathroom.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Imagine like you're playing a big bass.
All about
A stand-up bass. Like,
I'm in there with my banjo, like bang 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 bang.
would you have to like kind of hover, like, so you can at least reach the neck of your bass? I don't think sitting down you'd be able to reach it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I know my arm starts to hurt playing the banjo because I'm so used to playing the mandolin.
I was always a drummer. No.
I was always a
Nice
drummer.
and simple.
The mandolin's probably more doable for you.
Yeah, it would be a way better toilet instrument. That's what everything's based
Anyways,
on.
yeah.
What's I
will
go
see
into Guitar Center. I'm like, what's this thing's playability on the toilet? In your opinion? How good is this for playing on the toilet?
How much square feet does it take up?
I'm about to record an album on the shitter. It's gonna be called An Evening on the Shitter.
The acoustics are really good in my bathroom.
It's super good. Super good. The vocals come out so crisp.
Yeah, right.
It's just sometimes I fart in the middle of a take and I have to go over again.
That's where I get all my best work done. So. No.
On the shitter. I don't know if you want to pack on top of that.
I mean, there wasn't even any like real. I like how they gave him a little offense. the high flying elbow. I was like, oh shit, all right. I know Braun. He's not gonna beat Braun, and I'm really glad, if I'm reading correctly, that this is gonna be the end of their rivalry. But I just am nervous about where they're both heading at.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I think Vince is going to screw this over with both of them. Because it's like, either both of them are going to be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Or just one.
Or just one. And then the other one's going to have, like, a match that's nothing big. Like, who can Braun verse?
Maybe
Samoa Joe returning?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind that, but... And then my boy's fucked. And
maybe
like,
it's the optimist in me, but I really feel like Braun is too over for them to just stuff him in a closet like they do with some of the other people.
You know what I wish? Like I said last week or 2 weeks ago, I wish, the bar, since, not to bring them back up, but since the bar has no competition, why not do what you did to them to like a tag team like Braun and Elias? It's like, you guys are enemies, but now we're going to put you in a tag team and you're going to go fight them.
I don't know, dude.
No, well, it's just I wish the tag team was good. I want the tag team division good because SmackDown still, even though SmackDown has been doing shitty, has a better tag team division, has a better women's division, and a better champion because he's actually around.
How do you put Braun with Elias and not dampen Elias's character?
Yeah, right. That's true. Well, it can be like the new comedy of Team Hell No, basically. He's going to come out singing, and then every time Braun's going to come out from, like, the shadow and walk behind him or something like that and just be like...
Just stare at
him. You have to be nice to them! Or he's just going to come out and just be like... He'll sing something, and Braun will just... And get these hands!
Braun comes out and just running power slams them before each match, and then they get together and
exactly. He uses
together.
him to, like, beat the people up. Like, he'll throw Elias onto them.
It's like when Harper smacks Rowan in the face before they do the move.
Well, we might as well get over there then, huh?
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Because we have the...
that's right. Heyman's promo.
Yeah, but we also
that.
have Seth and Finn versus the Miz Taraj.
I'm really getting disappointed by this whole, like, rivalry with these three.
This is dumb.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Pretty fucking dumb.
I don't like it.
With these three,
simple.
Do you count the Miz Taraj as one wrestler?
No. I hate the Miz Taraj. And I like Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, but it's like... They're useless now to me.
So the best thing about the ride-along last
Singh
night
brothers, basically, yeah,
was that...
Oh, obviously the Miz Taraj.
The Miz Taraj got a limo with stuffed lobster, crab cakes, steak, fucking asparagus.
Was it Elias's limo just painted?
It's pretty much the same limo.
Hummer or whatever they are.
Well, no, I guess it was different then.
Oh, okay.
But then you go to the Revival, and they're just driving in a car.
Oh, I saw the like preview of that.
And they just like
and they're traveling old school in like a little Pinto or something.
And they just paid for them to get like Starbucks and Chipotle. I would be so
Chipotle.
I would be so fucking heated, dude. If I went back,
how many ways can we try to get you to quit?
Because you know that those dudes are all like gonna excitedly go watch that episode.
Hey, this is our part.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, right.
And they're gonna see them getting past fucking steaks and shit. Dude, I'd fucking flip out. Brian says, could there ever be a scenario where Strowman and Elias team up for some shit? Well, that's what Dan was just saying.
I'd love that. I think it would be the new comedy team, but it's like, I don't want too much comedy because Rusev Day and New Day and Fashion Police, when they actually have them around.
Yeah, but this is Raw.
I know, but it's like, get your own thing, Raw. No. You got a champion that doesn't show up.
Like I just said, I think the logistics of fucking what makes Elias get over and what makes Braun get over
I'm just so nervous for my boy.
At odds with each other.
I mean, you know that Elias, I mean, I know I blow a lot of smoke up his ass, but you know Elias is something good.
Yeah.
And I'm so nervous that he's going to fall off after WrestleMania because new people will be coming up, and it's like, who's getting pushed back?
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Him.
I mean, he's had segments every week, and I like that, but it's like, okay, yeah, but they can just be like, well, we can cut Elias' singing. We can cut Elias' singing.
Right.
So then it's just him in the ring already, and it's just like, my boy's going to be the next Rhino.
Let's be positive. Oh, man.
He's going to be the next Rhino. They're just getting his ass kicked.
He's got kids.
Right? Because it's like, who's he going to go up against? Finn? Seth, I'd like that.
Didn't he already do
He
a
fought
segment
Finn
with
for
Finn?
for a while. But I mean, like a real story. I mean, a real story to me actually lasts like a month or two.
Couple months,
a real
yeah.
rivalry.
Right. Dude, the real rivalries used to last like 6 or 7 months.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah, we won't talk about when it was great.
We won't be those old guys.
One look.
But yeah, the Heyman promo, blah blah blah. Roman comes out and
ruins everything.
Diarrhea's out of his
I bet
mouth.
that's when the Raw went like under 3 million viewers.
Dude, their TV viewership is drastically dropping like each week.
But they're still happy because it's over 3 million.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember 6s and 5s back in the day.
Elias and Jericho would be a hilarious team, though.
Scarves.
That's what I'm saying.
The amount of
dude.
I loved his shirt, by the way. I didn't mean to say, his white blouse or whatever the hell he was
What
wearing.
the fuck was that? Corey Graves
He
called
said
it a
something-
magical kimono.
Yes, he said that better be a magical kimono if he wants to go up top. He actually got me this week a couple times.
I love Corey Graves, dude.
I
I'm
wish
telling you.
Elias would keep like ragging on him when he sings sometimes.
Yeah.
When he would just be like, except for something like Corey Graves over there, they don't want to follow Elias.
Oh, man. So we could go to SmackDown, I suppose.
We can go. What?
Don't do it, dude.
We can go.
Don't
What?
Do it. Don't do it.
You think I'm not gonna do it?
Your name is Hugh Morris?
What?
Is that humorous? Hugh Morris? Sorry.
There's nothing humorous about SmackDown.
Oh, God. You can't
But
avoid it.
this week SmackDown, another lackluster for me.
Yeah.
Or not lackluster, disappointing.
A few things stood out for me that...
The opening segment stood out for me with Ruby.
Thank you. Ruby's got some skills on
Yep,
that mic,
I
dude.
like her. Yeah, I mean, there's no chance she's going into WrestleMania as the champion.
Beating Charlotte.
But I hope
yeah.
she gets some opportunities afterwards. She deserves a title reign. I'd like to see her and Becky go at it for a little bit.
You could tell they got plans for
Yeah,
her.
I hope they really break her off. I mean, I love Sarah Logan. But I think she can do better on her own. I think the only one that has trouble is going to be Liv, because I think she sucks.
Yeah, and she's just another Carmella.
Exactly.
It's Carmella
exactly.
too.
And it's going to be like, oh, do you want to get the women's Money in the Bank thing and carry it around for a whole year? And not do it?
We don't have a
about it?
guy for you to put on a leash for a while, though. We let him go.
I think it would be hilarious if Vince was like, honestly, we haven't thought about what to do with that Money in the Bank, Carmella, so we're just going to have it expire.
That would be hilarious. Imagine that.
Right? Just like, this is day 366, honey. Bye.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
gone.
a leap year this year.
And she tries to run out and cash it in, and they're like, sorry,
Yeah,
dude.
right? Nope, the timer already went off. You wanted it at the pay-per-view at 7:47. It is now 7:50.
You suck.
You're fired.
But yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I was super impressed with Ruby in this promo.
I like that they gave her time on it too and everything, and that she's like explaining like why I came. It's like because of you.
Yeah,
You
right,
having
right,
the
right.
Belt and all this, your privilege.
I'm
You're
here to
the rich
destroy-
get richer, basically, and it's like. Yeah, Ruby. I'm on Ruby's side now.
I was always a Riot
I always
Squad,
liked Ruby.
yeah.
I liked Ruby in NXT.
I want to grab a Riot Squad shirt.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would rock a Riot
haven't-
Squad shirt.
Is that like a Joker kind of format or something like that?
No, yeah.
Like card, I forget what, like, or is it just kind of like
It looks like spray paint.
Okay.
think.
Right, yeah, like a splatter of paint and everything.
You're a
like that.
splatter of paint, dude.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of my
Just
face.
earlier, that's all.
Dude, filler match and a fucking half, dude, with Jinder and Randy. I thought Jinder beat Randy, and I always like to watch people get angry.
Yeah, and I don't like what
Randy
happened
Orton.
at the end. They're like making,
Throwing
the way
him
they're
into Bobby
making
Roode and
Rude
shit.
look like heel. I want Rude as a heel, but he has to be the cocky heel that he's amazing as. Not this like, hey, what are you doing, man? You're not really being nice to me right now.
Oh, speaking of Bobby Roode, what was up with him coming out?
Oh, right, and stopping that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it has anything to do with the mixed match challenge shit or anything, but it's like, I wanted her to get her ass kicked.
Yeah, but at least have, like, Becky come out and get some TV time or something. You know,
Oh, she did
Bobby
later
come out
on.
and get- Yeah, true.
And Naomi had her time during the SmackDown too, as well. Not a match, but she's got a stupid match at Sunday.
But I feel like these Orton matches and Jinder matches, again, these are like
Well, yeah,
names that
throw
they
'em.
know get people to watch the show, so
I
they
thought
just
they would have
throw
made
them
it
on.
a triple threat match now at the pay-per-view, but they didn't. It's still Randy and him. So it's like, is that going to be at Mania? I'm gonna be pissed if there's no ladder match at Mania.
Randy and Jinder is a Mania match.
No, I mean Randy, Jinder, Rude in a triple threat for the U.S. title.
Even with Rude in it, I wouldn't want to watch Randy and Bobby Roode in a singles match at WrestleMania.
Now, what if you add in a Sami Zayn, a Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin? Ladder match. They have to have a ladder. It can't be the only match. Can't be NXT one, the North American title. There, that can't be the only ladder match that happens at Mania. There has to be a Mania ladder match. Okay. I think.
So I'm okay with that match with that many people in it if it's a ladder match.
Although, I just did read that Zayn and Owens are more than likely going to just be in the Battle Royal. And I'm like, ooh, that's like a slap in the face, I feel like.
I feel like they've been pissing Vince off lately. So.
And they haven't been hot.
No,
they're not Jericho and Owens.
Yeah, definitely not.
And I mean, I love both of them. Kevin Owens is still probably one of my favorite heels in the company.
I like watching Sami as a heel
he kicks
too.
ass and fights. Yeah. Lately, it's been all talky, and like we're friends and we're cool, and it's like stop this shit.
Yeah,
this is a wrestling show. Please wrestle. But
would you get the wrestling on the wrestling show there, guys? Please.
Jesus, Vince.
Please, could you do that?
Vince is like, I don't want any wrestling on the show.
So I also want to bring up that I love Rusev so much.
That was a great segment.
That segment was so fucking good.
Even my boy. So that's the best he sounded.
With your knee into throat. That's like breaking Billy Joel's hands.
Yeah, right.
He said no. He said no piano for the piano man.
No piano for the piano man. No singing for the singing man. My man Aiden. So I fight you.
The best was
I fight for my man Aiden.
The best was
Nakamura singing.
When Nakamura sings and he's like
Nakamura Day.
He's like you can't just make up your own holiday, guy.
I love that. Right when they cut out, like, you can't just make up your own holiday.
So what's with this guy?
I love Rusev. I know he's gonna lose too, but
yeah.
I hope high things for Rusev. I wouldn't mind him being U.S. champion.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a tag team.
But you know that if they give him the U.S. title, he's going to turn into like anti-American heel,
and it won't be
they'll
Rusev
ruin.
Day.
Yeah, they'll ruin the
Bulgaria
Rusev
Day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like no, we liked Rusev Day. It's like we like Rusev Day so much we chanted on the other show when we're bored.
You gotta think though. Rusev Day came out of the Bulgarian Lion. You know what I mean? Like
Lana is the best.
Lana is number one. Lana is the best. Lana is number one.
Even stupid shit like that. It's just like, hey.
He's so good. There's shit on Instagram where he's kind of like breaking the boards and shit.
Oh, yep, yeah.
Yeah, so good, man. So fucking good.
Come on, break, crash.
I liked this Becky Lynch Carmella match. Is that weird to say?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Becky did her job, and Carmella...
Well, that's what I'm saying. I enjoy watching Becky wrestle, and Carmella didn't look as bad as she normally does, and even got, like...
Do you think she's getting better?
That's to be seen.
There it is again.
That's to be seen.
Yeah.
But when she did that move where she was on Becky's shoulders, like facing forward, and then she like triangled and bent back over the ropes, I thought that was a cool move.
You mean the Hurricane Rana that she did?
No. It was like a submission.
That. I mean, why don't you just grab her legs and do the tarantula like
Listen,
Jerry?
I liked it, okay? I liked it.
I hate when it's like I like how it looked, and she like ended it perfectly too. She did a little like landing, but it's like that doesn't hurt.
Motherfucker, stop it.
Shit don't hurt. No,
motherfucker, be nice.
It's like then she grabbed her head afterwards and like bent it backwards too, and I was just like, oh yeah,
Gave her the bounce.
It's like I'm sure her boyfriend pulls her hair hotter than that.
Jesus.
Boom.
Jesus.
Becky, call me.
Dude, her boyfriend would beat the fuck out of you.
UFC guy, isn't it?
Yeah. But anyways, it was a decent match. I liked it. Was for once I was like, nice. Becky in some good action. I don't love Carmella, but like,
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully she can get some good time in with Natalya this week or at the pay-per-view there.
She said,
name friends you have.
That aren't cats.
That aren't cats. Two paws.
Two paws. Two paws Shakur. She has a cat named Two Paws Shakur.
Yep. I'm like, I hate that.
I love that they even give her the cat ears and like, dude, her shoulder accoutrement is just getting bigger and bigger.
She's gonna be a Road Warrior soon.
Some Mad Max.
It's gonna be like cat paws coming out of it.
That's so sad. Like, her and Dana Brooke should be fucking wrestling.
Yeah, right.
We don't get to see him. Even Naomi, I know she's getting like interjected here and there in this little mix up between them.
She still has to get smoother, Naomi. I like Naomi a lot, but like she'll have a great match, and then the next night, like on SmackDown or whatever, you know, it'll be like, this isn't the same girl that wrestled the other night. What the fuck? You can't kick. Like, I hate sometimes when she does her little, like, stampeding kick there. It's like, okay, what the fuck? That looks so terrible. But there's other nights it's like, ooh, all right, she's getting up there high. You know, it actually looks like it's making an impact.
It's because she's a dancer. You know what I mean? So, like,
I thought you were going to say she's amazing. I'm amazing.
I'm amazing.
Bring it to the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, yeah.
The AJ and Dolph match.
That like lasted what, like 5 minutes?
Yeah, before KO and Sammy came in. And
I like the little back and forth they had at the beginning. I like how, I mean, I don't know why Dolph's calling him kid. I like how they always act like AJ's is like only like 28 or something like that.
Right.
Oh, he's been around a while, but
I did like the dig of you said I was here a decade or something like that ago or something like that. Yeah, I
like how some people forget that he came from the Spirit Squad there too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh shit,
you were a cheerleader, bitch.
Yeah, right. You got shit dumped on you by DX.
Like, I don't love Dolph Ziggler. There's something
I don't love his entrance.
to be desired with his.
But as a wrestler, you like him, right?
Yeah, he's a talented wrestler.
His
I like him as a comedian too.
Yeah.
He does some good stand-up, but
well, he's one of those boys that the Revival are now part of, where you got injured and fucked Vince over, so. Don't expect, but I mean, he got a good contract.
You know what I mean?
I'm surprised by that because Dolph isn't like
that blew my mind. That's what I'm saying.
It's like even his merchandise sales, I can't imagine are even in the top 5.
Yeah, he's not drawing.
Not at all. It's like what, show off? Ooh, yeah, that's a good shirt. Thanks. I wasn't gonna have now.
So what do you think we're going here with like KO and Sammy sliding in and beating the fuck out of everybody?
Nah. And what would?
Are we gonna get AJ and Dolph?
Too?
Are we gonna get AJ and Dolph tag team versus?
No. After Sunday, it's a whole slate's clean for. Now it's all WrestleMania, and I think I mean, it looks like they were going to another Owens versus Zayn kind of rivalry thing at Mania. But like I said, I was reading that they're both going to be in the Rumble, and I'm not really sure I'd want Kevin and Zammy again. Right?
Zammy.
Zammy.
Zammy
Zayn. I don't know if I want them at Mania. But it's like, what else are you going to do with them? That's why this WrestleMania is so fucked up to me. It's like...
But do you feel kind of excited, though? Because you don't really know what the fuck's going down.
I know Roman's going to win.
Yeah, I guess.
I know Ronda's going to win. What else do you want me? I know.
But that's what I'm saying.
I know AJ's gonna win.
Yeah, true. I guess.
I don't see. I mean, I know, and especially with the now. I like how AJ tried to start some it's like he won on his home turf. Now we're fighting on my home turf. Right. I like that kind. And I was hoping maybe WWE would do something with that, or if they're waiting for next week when they start the road to WrestleMania. Blah 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 blah. But I like that. But I know AJ's gonna win.
Yeah.
Almost every match I think you can pretty much guess who's going to win. Except Charlotte and Asuka. That one, if it actually happens, that one's going to be a match I want to see.
Like, I don't necessarily want to see it go down.
What, you don't want to see Asuka lose?
No, when it goes down.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
it's going to be tough, too, because, is Asuka not going to be on Raw then for the rest of, until WrestleMania? Or are they going to be, talking to each other on different shows, like John Cena this week, where he's I wouldn't get a chance if I was on SmackDown. It's like... Get the fuck out.
Yeah. You suck.
Go wherever you want to go.
The Fatal 5-Way, again, why do we keep having the main event of a pay-per-view the week before
I don't need to
the
watch
fucking pay-per-view?
now.
Yeah, I seen it already.
Yeah.
I seen it already, and it wasn't all that great. I seen it, and I didn't see one person in it.
But I agree. It's like, what the hell? Why bother? It's like, why didn't you just have, Charlotte versus Ruby? Why not do everything, every match there? We'll have, instead of the Usos versus the New Day, it'll be the Usos versus Xavier and Kofi only.
Oh.
With E away from the ring. It's like, oh yeah, there we go.
He has diabetes and can't
It's all
make it.
Vince McMahon with his poison dropping everywhere.
Poison.
I want red brand better. That's why there's
the
dual
sea.
brands pay-per-views now, because I bet SmackDown's numbers were better than Raw.
Okay. 9/11. Tower
and
7.
He's coming for NXT. What did I
Tower
say?
7.
What was the beginning of him coming to NXT? I just said it earlier. Fuck. It's like that's his poison. He's starting with NXT.
Jesus
I forget what it was. Damn it.
All right, people.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Freeze! I'm a gut. No.
So that's been this week in this fucking crazy WWE universe, man.
Yeah.
Let's make a commitment right here. We're gonna high five on it. The both of us are gonna watch A New Beginning, New Japan, and we'll talk about it next time.
When is that?
It's already on. We just gotta watch it.
Oh, that's the one with Okada. The Okada had his tag team match or something right there, right? There wasn't, Omega wasn't there, right?
No.
Then not much of the Bullet Club.
No.
If I remember. I think not even Fale or anything like that. No. I think I read the results of that thing, but I'll definitely check it out.
And we'll talk about it. We'll talk to you about it. That's what we'll
Talk to me. Ooh. Talk to me.
Jesus Christ. All right. I'm fucking out of here. Peace. Sweet.